A few weeks ago, I set you guys a challenge, a low light challenge, and it's been a few weeks, so I apologize for the wait, but today I want to share with you your images, the images that you've posted to Instagram that have so blown me away. And I'd like to also share with you my morning, the sunrise, and I'd like to also share with you some tips I have on low light shooting. The sun is coming up soon, and we have a lot of waves. We have had thunderstorms for the last couple of days. Oh, this is fabulous. Oh! So first tip is that you need to be willing to go out when there is low light, or put yourself in a low light situation. This morning it was 4 a.m. Now, I am not saying that to be a proper photographer you always have to get up at 4 a.m. Not at all. But I would encourage you to try it at least once. Even if your sunrise doesn't work out and you don't end up getting a picture, there's just so much to it that is absolutely amazing. I love getting up and getting on the road at 4 a.m. when it's completely dark and there's nobody else awake. It's just, there's something magical about that hour. And it's always worth it. It's worth the time to get out. Now, this morning, I was hoping for a good sunrise. Now, I sort of had a good sunrise. I liked it for the pictures that I was taking, but it wasn't quite as colorful or as bright as I was hoping. The last couple of days we've had extreme heat and massive thunderstorms running through the entire area, the cities, the countryside, out here, everywhere. And there are some good things about that. When you are looking for a colorful sunrise or sunset, try to time it sometimes around thunderstorms. If you have a thunderstorm during the day and it's going to be clearing in the evening, try to capture that sunset. You just may have some bright color. Same with the morning. If there's a thunderstorm being predicted, try the morning before a thunderstorm. Try the morning after thunderstorms, like I did this morning. It can definitely increase your chances of seeing colorful sunrise or sunset. Look for about 30% cloud cover. When I first left this morning, it was 100%. It was completely overcast, but they were predicting 40% by the time sunrise was happening. So I thought, I'll give it a shot. Sometimes you just have to take your chances. It works sometimes it doesn't. But like I said, it's always worth it. Another low light tip for landscape photography. Don't boost your ISO if at all possible. Try to use a tripod instead. With low light, if you have moving foliage, like I had a windy morning this morning, so if the grasses or the trees that you want to capture are moving and you need them not to be blurred in your image, you may have to boost your ISO. If you don't have any moving parts to your image, then I would encourage you to leave your ISO low and go for a longer exposure with a good sturdy tripod. You're going to get a lot less noise in your image, and yeah, it's cool. It gives you some extra opportunities as well. If you want to do water blurred like I did this morning, then the longer shutter speed is going to help you do that without any filters, because you're already in a low light situation. If you don't have a tripod and you have a low light situation, you can try to work it out in a couple of ways. One is just to rest your camera on an object, whether it be a bench or a wall, lean against a wall, put it on the ground. There's, you know, things all around that aren't moving, so try and see if one of those things might help with your composition. Another option is to try and go handheld, and when you're doing that, I suggest that you hold your camera, your elbows and your arms in against your body, and you breathe in, breathe out, snap your picture. You're holding your camera close to your body to be as steady as possible. When your hands are out, you're a little bit less stable. But you know what, give it a try. And if that doesn't work, try intentional camera movement. There can be some interesting images that way too, where you've intentionally moved your camera and allowed the picture to become blurred. Some people get some really artistic and beautiful shots that way. Low light images are especially awesome for capturing mood, whether it's an indoor shot or an outdoor shot. There's just something about the lighting that just you can capture the emotion of a subject, the emotion of a landscape, of a place. Definitely experiment with low light. It can be absolutely gorgeous. You've got you know, your sunrise and sunset, which includes your blue hour, then golden hour, then your daytime, golden hour, blue hour, nighttime. And that just refers to the colors of the sky and in the environment at those times. It can get golden and then quite blue before and after sunset. But experiment with window light, with natural light, with clouds and sun rays coming through trees, and there's so many opportunities for low light, and I just encourage you to get creative. Even if you think, that might be a little weird, but it's kind of making you wonder what an image is going to look like. Go for it. Why not? Go for it. It's so much fun. Your Instagram images are amazing. There are so many different ways that you have come up with to accept and take on the challenge of low light, and your creativity is so inspiring.
Whatever they call us, whatever they'll do, we're running in circles, circle of fools. Whatever we will lose, got nothing to prove. But in the dark I'm starting to. Whatever they call us, whatever they'll do, we're running together, I'll be here for you. Whatever we will miss, we find something new. But in the dark I'm starting to. I'm missing what's you. I'm missing what's you. Yeah. Voices in my head are killing me. Oh, they're killing me. Arms are open wide, but hard to reach. Oh, you look like a dream to me. Don't let me be.
Okay, the sun is up. It's absolutely beautiful. I bet you everyone in my family is still sleeping, but it's time for me to go home and make breakfast. Your images are stunning. Thank you so much for joining me on this low light challenge. And I'll talk to you soon, guys. Bye.